Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil mursaleen Sayyidina wa Habibina Maulana Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa barik wa sallim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can I just make sure that you all can hear me, inshallah? And
Yes, we can, Maulana. Walaikum salam.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Tell me, when I streamed the Nasiha, was it clear on your side? Because I was streaming from two Zooms at the same time, so I was wondering if it was clear.
Yes, it was quite clear.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, mashallah. So, alhamdulillah, good to be back in class again. I am quite excited about this document. You know, some things you don't get around to, and then you mean to do it like for years and years and never get around to it. So this document is one of those things that I actually meant to do for a number of years, but I never actually did it. And then yesterday I did it finally. So do you have this document with you, first of all? Let's just check. Was it sent to you? It was sent to you. Okay, alhamdulillah. So this document is basically a summary of the Mazid fee. We'll start the Sarf first. It's a summary of the Mazid fee. It has a bit of interesting information. It gives you the scale, and it gives you the number of times it appears in the Quran. According to corpus.quran.com, it gives you a number of times it appears in the Quran. And then finally, I did a very short summary of the qualities of the different babs. So we can see what the qualities of the babs are on one page, inshallah. And the reason I add the frequency also is because some of you maybe not able to memorize all the babs, and we're going to get to bab number 7 today, so it might get a bit much. So it tells you where to focus. Let's go through it, inshallah, and then we can just go through it as a summary. So the first scale, fa'ila, which is the first scale, it appears thousands of times in the Quran. So just the verbs alone, when I say verbs, I'm no ism fa'il, ism maf'ul, masdar, none of those things. Just the verbs alone, fa'ila, appears over 12,000 times. 12,000 times, just the verb alone. Not ism fa'il, ism maf'ul. It appears quite a bit. And that's why we probably just do fa'ala first, and also because most Arabic words are obviously derived from the root letters, and the root letters comes from fa'ala, so we have tens of thousands of words coming from that. Then if you look at the next bab, fa'ala 1,300 times, fa'ala 334, and af'ala. I always make a joke with you and say, if you don't know, if you don't know the answer, just say it's fourth bab. It appears the most out of the Mazid fi, out of the bab 2 to 10. Af'ala appears 3,487 times in the Quran. Tafa'ala 414, tafa'ala 777, infa'ala 51 times, ifta'ala 963 times, if'alla only 5 times, and istaf'ala 369 times. So if you don't memorize some of the babs, you'll miss a few instances. But I would advise you, if you're trying to play catch up with your Mazid fi, is focus on bab number 2 and bab number 4. Okay, focus on bab number 2 and bab number 4. Just make sure you know fa'ala, yufa'ilu, taf'ilan, mufa'ilun, mufa'alun, fa'illa, tufa'il, and af'ala, yuf'ilu, if'alan, muf'ilun, muf'alun, af'il, la tuf'il. Focus on those two babs. If you did that, then there's more in those two babs and all the rest combined. So, learn all if you can, but if you can't, it's a good place to start, inshallah. And then I've also put down the qualities of the bab, and I'll just run through them quickly, just as a refresher. Bab number 2, we have 4 different qualities. Number 1 is causation, to cause whatever's on the first bab. So nazzala, there's a alif missing at the end there, but nazzala means to cause that to come down. Nazala on the first bab means to come down. Nazzala means causation, to cause to come down. Qatala on the first bab means to kill. Qattala means to kill intensely, to massacre, to slay. Same as the first verb. Badala on the first verb means to change. Badala also means to change. Or a new meaning. For example, sakhara on the first verb means to mock, to make fun of. And sakhara means to subjugate, to subject. So those are kind of the qualities that you'll find within this verb. In fa'ala on the second verb, or the third verb, it means most commonly mutuality. In other words, you do something with someone or against someone. So qatala on the first verb means when one person kills another person. Qatala is when two people are trying to kill each other, or two groups of people are trying to kill each other, which means to fight. So qatala or kataba means when two people write to each other, or sa'ala means when two people ask each other. So when there's always a mutuality in the verb. Number two, it can be a new meaning. So baraka on the first verb means to kneel or to lie down, whereas baraka on the second verb on the third verb, sorry, first verb means to kneel or to lie down. On the third verb, baraka means to bless, like barakallah, mubarak, and so on. On the fourth verb, most commonly again causation, like anzala, nazala means to come down, and anzala means to cause to come down. I didn't add it here, but one subtle difference is normally second verb is causation in stages, whereas fourth verb is causation in one go. Or it can be a new meaning, whereas qarada on the first verb means to cut, aqrada on the fourth verb means to lend someone something. Fifth verb, tafa'ala, means a reflexive meaning. Reflexive means causation to the doer. So alima on the first verb means to learn. Alima means to know. Ta'allama means to cause knowledge for oneself. In other words, to learn. Or graduality, for example, I think this is a mistake here. Jara'ah on the first verb means to swallow. I'm going to just fix this mistake here. And so this example of jara'ah belongs on number 2. Jara'a means to swallow, and tajarra'a means to drink something in sip by sip. New meaning, I must add an example there. The last verb we did was verb number 6, tafa'ala, only appears 77 times. It's again mutuality as well, similar to the second verb. Like taharaba means to fight one another. So I think it's a useful document for you just to summarize it. I'll fix up this inshallah, and I'll resend it to the class again. Any questions on that? Okay. Hopefully that's also, I think the context helps in terms of just getting you back on track and getting you going for the Mazid Fi. And also, like, if you don't know all the Mazid Fi, it's not the end of the world. Like, if you don't know the 7th bab, it's okay. You're only going to miss out 51 times in the Quran, or the 6th bab 77 times. I'm not doing this so you must do less work. I'm just trying to say don't stress as much, because most people who are conscientious students stress about the Mazid Fi a lot. Some students don't stress about anything, mashallah. But some people do stress about the Mazid Fi. But again, if you are playing catch up with the Mazid Fi, start with second bab and fourth bab and start there and learn that well. I might also just say one time that if you want to catch up with the Mazid Fi, how do you do that? It's very simple. There's 2 sets of sheets you must do for the Mazid Fi. Number 1 is the one with all the scales on, like fa'ala, yufa'ilu, taf'ilan, mufa'ilum, nazzala, yunazil, tanzilan. You must be able to basically write that out and translate that. And then number 2, with every Mazid Fi scale, there's a Mazid Fi from the Quran list. If you go to those 20 examples or 18 examples or whatever amount on there, if you go to that list and do that exercise, that will be sufficient practice for you to get a foundation in the Mazid Fi, and the rest you'll apply when you get to the Quran, inshallah. So today we are going to start with the 8th bab. And the 7th bab. So for some of you it's new, second years it's new, and for the rest of you it's revision. Some of you the revision feels almost like it's new. So in fa'ala is going to be the 7th bab. So let's go to the quality of it. It has an intransitive quality. So what does intransitive mean? Intransitive is like what? Qatala, he killed. Qutila, he was killed. So it has it's a weird verb because it has a intransitive intransitive meaning, and we will come through some examples of that, inshallah. So let's go to the 7th bab, scale number 7. Move myself here. Okay, Bismillah. So now we're going to, first of all, memorize it or rememorize it or revise it. If it's your first time, we're going to go to in. Sister Suraya, assalamu alaikum. Do you have a question? Or you just pressing mute by mistake? Unmute. Okay, Bismillah. We're going to memorize together, inshallah. In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan. Whoever wants to unmute and say it, you can say it together, inshallah, no problem. Bismillah. In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan. We look at the text. Bismillah. In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan. Again. Brother Kash, go for it, inshallah. In fa'ala.
The whole one, complete.
Just the first 3 words.
In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan.
Is it from memory or from the text? Okay, we know the answer to that. Okay, Bismillah. Okay, again all together, inshallah. In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan.
Munfa'ilu.
We're only the first 3. In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan. Who wants to say from memory? From memory, inshallah. And make it up here quickly. From memory, Bismillah. Just the first 3. The first 3.
In fa'ala yanfa'ilu if'alan.
Infi'alan.
Infi'alan.
Good. Let's also do it together from memory again. In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan. Okay, who wants to say the first 3 from memory? Who wants to go next? 01430876. Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan.
Good, mashallah. Who's next? Bismillah, who's next? The first 3 from memory. Can make your debut, Bismillah. Now is the time, the moment is here.
ينفعل انفعالا.
Good, mashallah. One more. In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan. One more.
In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan.
That's awesome, mashallah. Okay, now we're going to add the next 2. Munfa'ilun and munfa'alun. To be honest, okay, it's fine. Just memorize it. Munfa'ilun, munfa'alun. Munfa'ilun, munfa'alun. Look at the text. Munfa'ilun, munfa'alun. So from the beginning goes in fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan. Munfa'ilun, munfa'alun. We said again together. In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan. Munfa'ilun, munfa'alun. One more time from the text. In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan. Munfa'ilun, munfa'alun. Okay, so who's ready for memory? Bismillah.
In fa'alan yanfa'ilun infi'alan munfa'ilun munfa'alun.
Okay, good. Just remember the first 2 have no tanween, eh? In fa'ala yanfa'ilu.
Okay.
Okay, try again, Bismillah.
In fa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan munfa'ilun munfa'alun.
Good. Mashallah, who's next?
Adha, the Eid of the sacrifice. When you get funds for something which is
Humble
essential,
servants.
something that we can essentially use as a vehicle to grow closer to Allah.
Who's next? Bismillah.
انفعل ينفعل انفعالا منفعل منفعل.
Good, mashallah. Who's next?
Bab 7. Infa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan munfa'ilun munfa'alun.
Okay, mashallah. One more person.
انفعل ينفعل انفعالا منفعل منفعل.
Mashallah. All these cryptic names, eh? MHSPC is a mashallah. Okay, last two. Last two is going to be infa'il la tanfa'il. So look at the text, inshallah. Infa'il la tanfa'il. Again, infa'il la tanfa'il. Infa'il la tanfa'il. From memory, infa'il la tanfa'il. Again, infa'il la tanfa'il. Infa'il la tanfa'il. Read the whole one from the text twice and then from memory, inshallah. Infa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan munfa'ilun munfa'alun. Infa'il la tanfa'il. Again, infa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan munfa'ilun munfa'alun. Infa'il la tanfa'il. Okay, 3 people inshallah. Who wants to go? Okay, we have some new voices. Some new voices. Bismillah. I'm going to cover this up here. I do know you have a copy in front of you also. That's between you and Bismillah. Who wants to go? Bismillah. Infa'ala. It was all like practice for Qiyamah, no? Bismillah. Are there no new voices out of all these people? And I have to choose someone. Who can I choose here? Sheikh Ali, you ready? Sister Fatima, Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum.
Scale number 7. Infa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan munfa'ilun munfa'alun infa'il la tanfa'il. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. Perfect. Ahsanti. Who is next?
Okay, I'll go.
MashaAllah. Bismillah.
Infa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan munfa'ilun munfa'alun infa'il la tanfa'il.
MashaAllah. Perfect. Ahsanti. Who is next? Bismillah. 043 0876.
Okay. Bab 7. Infa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan munfa'ilun munfa'alun infa'il la tanfa'il.
Okay, perfect. MashaAllah. Okay, now we're going to move to the next one. Inqalaba. Inqalaba. So obviously homework is to be tried it out, but does anybody want to give it a try? Inqalaba. Anyone want to give it a try?
انقلب ينقلب انقبالا منقلب منقلب انقبل لا تنقبل.
Okay, mashallah, mashallah. It was a good try, mashallah. I think just slightly swapping some of the letters, but it was a good try, mashallah. Who else wants to give it a try? Inqalaba.
Assalamualaikum Maulana.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Inqalaba yanqalibu inqibalan munqalibun munqalabun inqabil la tanqabil.
Okay, mashallah. Inqalib la tanqalib, mashallah. Good try, mashallah. Who's next? Last one. The sounds of silence. Okay, mashallah. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to record the scale. I'm going to say each one. You can also say on mute, inshallah, but you can say it with me. So I'm going to record the scale. I'm going to say each one twice, and then we'll send it to you on WhatsApp for you to practice. So your homework is to write this out and to translate it. Inqalaba here means to he turned or he returned. Like Allah often speak of inqalaba ala aqibay. People who turn on their heels mean they flee. So or inqalaba can mean to return as well. He returned. Infajara and inbajasa normally refers to springs, where springs gush forth from the ground. Infajara, inbajasa have similar meanings. It means to gush forth. In sarafa, which means to be turned away. He was turned away. In talaqa means that he set off, like he departed. And in salakha means he or it passed by something. So those are going to be some of the meanings. Inshallah, your homework is to write out this and to write out the translation as well. Inshallah. So I will record it with you. And then we will just say, you can say it with me if you want to. We'll say each one twice. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, scale number 7. Infa'ala. Infa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan munfa'ilun munfa'alun. Infa'il la tanfa'il. Infa'ala. Infa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan munfa'ilun munfa'alun. Infa'il la tanfa'il. Inqalaba. Inqalaba yanqalibu inqilaban munqalibun munqalabun. Inqalib la tanqalib. Inqalaba. Inqalaba yanqalibu inqilaban munqalibun munqalabun. Inqalib la tanqalib. Infajara. Infajara yanfajiru infijaran munfajirun munfajarun. Infajir la tanfajir. Infajara. Infajara yanfajiru infijaran munfajirun munfajarun. Infajir la tanfajir. Inbajasa. Inbajasa yanbajisu inbijasan munbajisun munbajasun. Inbajis la tanbajis. Inbajasa. Inbajasa yanbajisu inbijasan munbajisun munbajasun. Inbajis la tanbajis. Insarafa. Insarafa yansarifu insirafan munsarifun munsarafun. Insarif la tansarif. Insarafa. Insarafa yansarifu insirafan munsarifun munsarafun. Insarif la tansarif. Intalaqa. Intalaqa yantaliqu intilaqan muntaliqun muntalaqun. Intaliq la tanqalib la tantaliq. Intalaqa. Intalaqa yantaliqu intilaqan muntaliqun muntalaqun. Intaliq la tantaliq. Insalakha. Insalakha yansalikhu insilakhan munsalikhun munsalakhun. Insalikh la tansalikh. Insalakha. Insalakha yansalikhu insilakhan munsalikhun munsalakhun. Insalikh la tansalikh. Okay, we'll send to you inshallah ta'ala. There is a mistake there. In bajasa should be not an bajasa, should be in bajasa. So just to correct that inshallah, it should be in bajasa. So again, your homework is just to translate this and to write it out. And if you can't memorize, it's okay. At least try to say it fluently. If you can't memorize this, it's okay. At least try to say it fluently, inshallah. Next, I would like you to take out your homework from last week or the week before, scale number 6 from the Quran, inshallah. So let's just take it out quickly. Scale number 6. Did we do some of this together? Let me just allow you to unmute yourselves again. Did we do any of these together?
No, I don't think we have done the Sheikh.
Okay, but did you have homework? Was this for homework? I think it was, eh?
It was homework. It was homework. Yes,
It was homework. It was kind of homework. This was homework. Still is homework.
From 2 weeks
Was
ago.
marked last week.
Oh, yeah, the whole 2 weeks, mashallah. So you can all send a screenshot of your homework quickly. Okay. Bismillah. Okay. I remember doing number 1 though. So let's go through a few examples, inshallah. فَهُمْ لَا يَتَسَاءَلُونَ. فَهُمْ لَا يَتَسَاءَلُونَ. Translation? 6 purpose mutuality, remember?
So they do not ask one another.
So they do not ask one another. 6 bab, and just give me the note also. Madi, Mudari, Master, all that stuff.
فعل مضارع.
It's a fi'al mudari. تساءل يتساءل كدان يتساءلون. Next one. في جنات يتساءلون. Who's next? You can each have a take a turn, inshallah, so we can alternate the turns. Bismillah. So who's next? في جنات يتساءلون. Translation? Easy one. Bismillah. Abdul Rahman, Bismillah.
In gardens asking one another or asking each other.
Okay, good, mashallah. That's not bad, Abdul Rahman. في جنات, in gardens, يتساءلون, asking one another. Again, it's the mudari of the 6th bab. Next one. تشابهت قلوبهم. So you can first tell me what it is, madi, mudari, and so on, and then tell me translation. Who's next? You can just read it from your page there. It's on your page there. تشابهت قلوبهم. Who's next? تشابهت قلوبهم. Alright, I have awkward silence. Bismillah. تشابهت قلوبهم. تشابه means what? Okay, what is it? تشابه.
To resemble. Their hearts resemble each other or resembling each other.
Good, good. So tashabat is what are the 6 bab?
مضارع.
Okay, good. It is not not the mudari. So Nurani, try again. تفاعل. يتفاعلوا. So tashabah is what?
Madi.
That is the ماضي, mashallah. Because tashabaha, if you go down, tashabaha, Tashabahu, tashabahat. It's the maldi of the sixth verb. Tashabah means to resemble each other. To when two things are similar. So are similar, are resembling each other. What are resembling each other? Qulubuhum, their hearts are resembling each other. Next one. Wa ukharu mutashabihat. And this refers to verses actually. Wa ukharu mutashabihat. The ukharu means others there, other verses. Mutashabihat means what?
Specified.
Sorry?
Not specified or unspecified.
Okay, so if you go with tashaba means to be similar, what does it mean? Well, let me ask the question differently. The what of the six bab is this?
Ismul fa'il.
Ismul fa'il. So how do you translate mutashabihun? Tashabaha, it resembled or it was similar. Mutashabih means what?
Resembled.
Remember, it's ismul fa'il.
Resemblance.
Okay, resemblance or resembler. Resemblance or resembler. So resemblance will be more than the master. A resembler. So wa ukharu and other verses mutashabihat. Mutashabihat is just the female plural of mutashabihun. So mutashabihun is a resembler. Mutashabihat are resemblers, female resemblers. So I'm doing very literally, obviously here. Wa ukharu and other verses mutashabihatun that are resemblers of one another. You with me? They are resemblers of one another. What does it mean when I say they are resemblers? It means when you have a verse and there isn't one definitive meaning. There are maybe two or three meanings, and the meanings in a sense resemble each other. In other words, they all come from the same verse. So sometimes they'll translate mutashabihat as unclear or allegorical or non-categorical, many different translations of mutashabihat. But mutashabihat means when you have a single verse that has many potential meanings or unclear meaning. For example, a simple example is alif lam mim is mutashabihat. Alif lam mim mutashabihat. Why? Because there are many opinions of what alif lam mim means. Some people say no one knows its meaning except Allah. Some people say maybe it may represent the names of Allah Ta'ala. Sometimes they have other meanings for it as well. So that's an example of something which is mutashabihat, where there are multiple meanings for a single verse. Next one. وَالرُّمَّانَ مُشْتَبِهًا وَغَيْرَ مُتَشَابِهًا. Okay, mushtabih you can leave out. Rumman is I think pomegranate. Mushtabihan means
Pomegranate.
Bismillah.
Yeah, and the pomegranate does not resemble resemble each the resembler.
Okay, so the first part means rumman you get pomegranates mushtabihan, which are resembling one another. Wa ghayra mutashabihin and others which are not resembling one another.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know the context, probably speaking about some of the pomegranates of Jannah, I'm not sure exactly. But غير متشابهين, mutashabihin, there is going to be the ismul fa'il. They are not resemblers of one another. Next one. إذا فشلتم وتنازعتم. Anyone to translate? Also tell me that تنازعتم is the what of the sixth bab?
Madi.
It's a Madi. Good. So who wants to translate? What does fashiltum mean?
Lose courage. You lost courage.
Yeah, fashil means to lose courage, to become weak-hearted. Like not to have any strength, you lose your strength. What's tanaza'tum mean?
Rival with one another.
So tanaza' means when you rival, when you argue with one another. Either when fashiltum you lose courage, wa tanaza'tum. And tanaza'tum, what are the of the six bab? The maldi of the six bab, tanaza'tum. And when you rivaled one another, when you started arguing with one another. Tanaza'a, tanaza'u, tanaza'at, tanaza'na, tanaza'ta, tanaza'tum. The maldi of the six bab. Next one. يتنازعون فيها. يتنازعون فيها. Anybody want to go?
They are contented therein.
Okay, so يتنازعون is the mudari of the sixth bab. So يتنازعون is going to be again the idea of rivaling, contending with one another, rivaling with another. They are rivaling each other. They are contending with each other. فيها
They're
regarding it.
arguing. Is it okay to say so? They argue amongst each other.
Arguing is fine. They are arguing فيها in it regarding it. Next one. ولا تنازعتم في الأمر. يتنازعون obviously there is the مضارع. يتنازعون. Number 9. لا تنازعتم في الأمر. What's the function of the lam there?
For emphasis.
It's for emphasis. Good. So,
Hakim.
how do you write that?
Surely and surely.
And surely, and تنازعتم.
You rival one another.
And surely you تنازعتم, you have rivaled one another في الأمر.
In the matter.
In the matter. ولا تنازعتم في الأمر, and surely you have rivaled one another في الأمر in the matter. Next one. Allah speaks about Jannah. على سرر متقابلين. What's a surur? Plural of sarir.
Path.
That's subul.
Thrones.
Surur means what? Thrones or couches, yes. Thrones or couches, yes. So upon couches, what's mutaqabilin mean?
Reclined.
Facing each other.
Not reclined means facing each other. Mutaqabil means facing. So there it is going to be the what of the sixth bab?
Ismu fa'il.
It's ismu fa'il. So I translated literally.
Facing each other.
Okay, so mutaqabil is literally the one who faces. Ala surin, upon couches, mutaqabilin, you'd be of those who are facing each other. Good. Next one. إذ يتنازعون بينهم أمرهم. Surah Al-Kahf. إذ when يتنازعون بينهم أمرهم. Translation.
When they disagreed between themselves about their affairs.
Good. When يتنازعون, they disagreed بينهم, between themselves, أمرهم, in their matter, in their affair. Next one. تبارك فعل مضارع there. تبارك الذي نزل الفرقان. What does تبارك mean? The Maldi. تبارك. It means to be blessed. So it means to be blessed here. So what's the translation of this?
Blessed is the one who sent down the Quran.
Okay, blessed is the one that Nazzala, second bab, sent down Al-Furqan. Furqan we translate as the criterion, the separator between truth and falsehood. referring to the Quran. Next one. فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ.
So blessed is Allah.
So blessed is Allah. Good. That's again the Maldi. تَبَارَكَ يَتَبَارَكُ. Next one. فَصِيَامُ شَهْرَيْنِ مُتَتَابِعِينَ. مُتَتَابِعِينَ. What's happening there? What's the translation of this?
To enforce 2 months consecutively.
Okay, so mutatabi, taba'a means to follow. So mutatabi is the what of the sixth verb?
Ismu fa'il.
It's ismu fa'il. So taba'a means like to follow. So mutatabi is the follower. Mutatabi'aini is the two followers. فَصِيَامُ شَهْرَيْنِ مُضَافٌ مُضَافٌ إِلَيْهِ. So the fasting of 2 months, mutatabi'ain, that are the followers that are consecutive. You with me? So the fasting of 2 months that are the two followers that are consecutively following one another. Next one. يَتَعَارَفُونَ بَيْنَهُم. Translation?
But to know between them.
يَتَعَارَفُونَ means to recognize, to know. يَتَعَارَفُونَ, so they recognize بَيْنَهُم, between them. Next one. وَهُمْ يَتَخَافَتُونَ. Number 16.
And they were
Lowered their voices.
Yeah, actually, if you get the meaning of يَتَخَافَتُونَ now, so you must double check for me if it's right. وَهُمْ يَتَخَافَتُونَ. You can double check for me, inshallah. وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون. Actually, there's two there. There's two, number 17, there's two on the sixth verb. وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون. What's the translation? What does تنافس يتنافس mean? It means to compete. It means to compete. To vie, to compete.
compete.
So translation?
And in that, let the competitor compete.
Okay, and in that, fal, that lam is lamul amr. So let yatanafas, let compete. Who should compete? Al-mutanafisun, the competitors. The competitors, they let the competitors compete. وفي ذلك, and in that, fal, then let yatanafas, let's compete. Who should compete? Al-mutanafisun, the competitors. Last one. وَمَا لَكُمْ لَا تَنَاصَرُونَ.
What is wrong with you? You
Good.
do not help each other.
Good. Nasara means to help. Tanasara on the fourth verb mutuality, to help one another. في المضارع تناصر يتناصر. What's happening? What's strange about that word there? تناصرون. It's the what of the sixth verb? الماضي مضارع.
مضارع.
So what's the مضارع of تناصر?
مضارع.
So تناصر, and then what's the مضارع? تفاعل يتفاعل. تناصر
يتناصر.
يتناصر. So it should actually be يتناصر يتناصرون.
يتناصرون.
Or تتناصر تتناصرون.
Oh.
You with me? It's supposed to be two. Tata. وما لكم, and what is with you? لا تتناصرون. It's supposed to be تتناصرون, but sometimes it doesn't sound like smooth on the tongue. Say it. Just say it quickly. ما لكم لا تتناصرون. See that because it doesn't sound smooth, the one ta is dropped. You with me? So still the mudari of the sixth bab. Okay, good. Again, these ones are quite challenging. They're all from the Quran, and going through these ones will help a lot because these are kind of the common ones in the Quran. So if you haven't done it yet, we've done now, we've marked it now, but you haven't done it yet, do try to give